right, so do you ever feel like the grocery store is out to get you?
Ever wonder why a quick trip for milk and bread always results in a $60 receipt and a bag full of items you didn't know you needed? It's not a lack of willpower. It's the result of a meticulously engineered environment. Grocery stores are some of the most scientifically mapped spaces on the planet. From the scent of the air to the tiles under your feet, every square inch is designed by retail psychologists to slow you down, pique your hunger, and nudge you toward high-margin impulse buys. By the time you reach the register, you've navigated a gauntlet of sensory triggers. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. Here are the 6 sneakiest layout tricks big grocers use to separate you from your cash.
Packages of cookies, along the end caps, frozen pizzas. You can't pass it up, right?
1. The decompression zone and the floral greeting. The trick. The moment you walk through the sliding doors, you aren't met with canned beans or toilet paper. Instead, you are greeted by the floral department and the produce section. This is known as the decompression zone. The bright colors of fresh flowers and the misted, vibrant greens of the produce are designed to create a sensory reset. They signal to your brain that everything in this store is fresh, natural, and high quality, even if you're about to spend the rest of your trip in the processed food aisles. The reality. This layout trick serves 2 purposes. First, the smell of fresh flowers and citrus triggers salivation and hunger, which statistically increases the amount of food you'll put in your cart. Second, it exploits the health halo effect. By forcing you to buy, or at least see, healthy items first, the store makes you feel virtuous. Once you've put a bag of spinach in your cart, your brain feels cleared to reward that good behavior later with a bag of cookies or a frozen pizza. It's a psychological buy one get one on guilt, and it works flawlessly to increase total basket spend. 2. The great milk and egg trek. The trick. It is no accident that the dairy case, the meat counter, and the egg rack are located at the furthest possible corners from the entrance. These are destination items, the staples that almost every shopper needs. By placing them at the back of the store, the retailer ensures that you must walk through the entire length of the building to get the basics. The reality. To get your gallon of milk, you have to pass through what retailers call the gauntlet. You'll walk by end-cap displays of chips, seasonal candy aisles, and limited-time promotional bins. The goal is to maximize your dwell time, the amount of time you spend looking at products you didn't come for. Every additional foot you walk increases the probability of an impulse buy. Studies show that for every extra minute a shopper spends in the store, they spend an average of $2 more. By the time you reach the milk, your cart is likely already 20% full of items that were never on your list.
On average, if you use a coupon on a new item, they can hook you for 18 months that you just automatically go back to buying that item even without the coupon.
3. The end cap illusion. The trick. The displays at the ends of the aisles, known as end caps, are the most valuable real estate in the store. Because they stand alone and are visible from the main thoroughfare, we subconsciously perceive them as sale areas. We assume that because a product has been pulled out of its regular spot and piled high on a standalone rack, it must be a great deal. The reality. In many cases, items on end caps are priced at the full retail rate. Companies actually pay slotting fees to the grocery store specifically to have their products placed there, because the visibility alone can increase sales by 400% or more. Sometimes, stores will pair a loss leader, like a cheap box of crackers, with a high-margin companion, like an expensive jar of dip, on the same end cap. You grab both because it's convenient, not realizing the dip is 30% more expensive than the brand sitting just 20 feet away on the regular shelf. 4. Narrowing aisles and floor textures. The trick. Have you ever noticed that some grocery store aisles feel tighter than others, or that the floor tile changes texture near expensive sections? This is friction engineering. In areas with high-priced items, like the wine cellar or the organic beauty section, stores may use smaller floor tiles or even a slightly different flooring material. The reality. Smaller tiles create more clicks as your cart wheels pass over the grout lines. This sound subconsciously makes you feel like you are moving faster than you actually are, causing you to slow down your walking pace. The slower you move, the more your eyes wander across the shelves. Additionally, by narrowing the aisles in certain sections, the store creates a one-way feel that makes it harder to turn around or skip ahead. You are trapped in a slow-moving stream of traffic, forced to look at every single premium olive oil and artisanal vinegar until the aisle opens back up.
Yes, and Lisa says when you can't find an item in the store like where it usually is, it's not because they're trying to change it up on you. The stores actually get pressure, sometimes from brands.
5. Eye-level psychology, the bullseye zone. The trick, as mentioned in previous pricing secrets, shelf height is a science. The bullseye zone is the area between an adult's waist and eye level. This is where retailers place the brands with the highest profit margins. However, there is a second, even sneakier eye level at play, the child's eye level. The reality. If you look at the bottom two shelves of the cereal or snack aisle, you will notice bright colors, cartoon mascots, and high-sugar items. These are placed specifically where a child sitting in a shopping cart or walking beside their parent can easily see and reach them. This is designed to trigger pester power, the phenomenon where a child asks for an item repeatedly until the parent relents just to keep the peace. By segmenting the shelves by age demographic eye levels, the store effectively targets every member of the family simultaneously. 6. The hospitality of the checkout gauntlet. The trick. The checkout line is the last stand for the grocery store. It is the only place in the store where you are forced to stand still and wait. Because you are bored and perhaps a bit tired from your trek across the store, your decision fatigue has set in. This is when your willpower is at its lowest. The reality. The checkout lane is packed with micro-conveniences, single-serving sodas, gum, magazines, and batteries. These items have some of the highest markups in the entire store. You might balk at paying $2 for a candy bar in the aisle, but while you're standing in line, it feels like a small reward for finishing the chore of shopping. Retailers also use this space for emergency items you might have forgotten, like lighters or lip balm, knowing you're too tired to go back to the main aisles to find a better price. It is the final, profitable squeeze before you exit. The modern grocery store is a masterpiece of psychological manipulation, but once you see the patterns, the magic loses its power. By understanding that the store is trying to slow you down, move you through specific paths, and target your senses, you can shop with intent rather than impulse. Stick to the perimeter for your health, look at the bottom shelves for your wealth, and keep your eyes on the exit to beat the gauntlet.
It's a strategy to how grocery stores lay things out.
Grocery stores have a lot of ways that they trick you in very subtle ways